It's around about 4:30 now. Now I got a feeling there should be a few trevally and bream coming into this hole that I'm going to have a fish in. First of all, I break the shell, the lazy man's way of course, on the chrome work of the rod. Put the pippy on. I usually go through the flap end, bring it around and in through the stomach part of him. There's a little bit of tough piece left over and I work that around the hook. There's really no set pattern to put a pippy on, but that's the way I do it. Most fishermen have got their own techniques anyway. Towards the valley, there's a close-up of the pippy. That's how I put him on.
Fraser Island is a fisherman's paradise. The gutters along the beach provide excellent fishing all year round. During the warmer months, the gutters abound with swallowtail, whiting and flathead. The winter months bring on bream and tailor.
Bob's down there trying to get us a fish for something to eat tonight. I'm here digging this hole so we can all have a bit of a tub. That's why we camp right near these little streams. They're fresh water, they run into the ocean, but they're very shallow. They're also full of yabbies There he is. And he's into me too, look at him. Little freshwater shrimp. He's giving me what for. These little streams are full of them. Alright, there he is, and we'll let him go.
A warning, there are no life-saving facilities on Fraser Island. One of the best parts of any camping holiday has to be the participation of all members of the family. Now, making damper can be easy. All you need is flour and a little salt for taste. Here, Sheena, Stan's wife, is using milk, but you can use water or even beer, whichever is handy. And a good-sized damper only takes 3 or 4 minutes to make. Adding nuts, sultanas or dates is a nice alternative to the original recipe. While Sheena was making the damper, she overheard Bob and Stan reminiscing about previous trips to Cape York, when they were bogged on an isolated coastal area for 3 days. And that's where damper became a very important part of their diet. After that experience, they never go camping without their damper pot and flour. This is what makes Fraser Island so special, combining the remoteness of Cape York with the convenience and safety of home. The secret of making a good damper is not to make the damper too large. Getting the coals really hot and only leave the damper in the camping oven for 10 minutes. Camp ovens can also be used for baked potatoes and even a roast. Our neighbours also towed a caravan onto the island. They agreed with us that towing with a standard 4-wheel drive, you must really watch the tides. Sitting at the table having a chat, our neighbours put the spanner in the works by informing us that the previous storms had made it impossible to cross from Orchid Beach to Sandy Cape, which is where the next part of the trip was going to take us. Our plan is to go inland to Central Station, take in Lake Mackenzie, and then back up the coast heading up toward the top of Fraser Island.
Make sure I don't burn my feet.
Move away, Rach.
We're all a little disappointed that we may not be able to make it to the top, as we haven't got that much time left on the island. While we were enjoying our marshmallows and damper, 2 dingoes were sneaking around. But only one of them was game enough to come close to the camp. The girls were tempted to feed the dingoes, but we reminded them about the warnings from national parks.
I'll show close the hamlet.
No, this is real bad thing.
Hey, tell you what, there's nothing wrong with that, mate. Is that right? No. Just this cut. Really good. That's good. Oh, great stuff. Oh. That's a good gear up. That's nice stuff, mate. Nice stuff. Starting out of college. Seguida pasada. Is it good? Don't know much about those things. They're already grabbing it. It's like having a lolly and go sit in the sun, isn't it?
Maybe you want one? You get that one?
Only 100 metres from our campsite, we spotted something on the water's edge. We've been coming to Fraser Island for 8 years now, but we've never been this fortunate. The fishing floats we've collected in the past have been only plastic. Right time, right place, and the glass ball was ours. Only a few more minutes and someone else would have driven by and picked it up.